Okay, hopefully we're live again. Don't know what happened, but consider yourselves lucky you didn't have to hear my yammering. Okay, let's continue on. I was just going on and on and on about an area where I've been bird watching. I don't know when you were disconnected. And just the fact that it's so overgrown and there's so much less activity than there had been before just because of the seasonal changes that, it's really not worth visiting right now. So we are on our way to the Van Dyne Spoor Road viewing area, and we'll take a look. But if we don't see some decent activity, and it may be all dried up by now, I would not be surprised if it is. If that is the case, then we'll make a quick exit. If it's really dry, we may even just not go back there until, October. I don't know. Depends on the rains. If it looks like, New York is starting to rehydrate, then maybe we would, but... see, just as you're looking straight ahead here, the cornfield, the corn is quite developed. Can't really see the corn's, actual corn husks yet, or the corn cobs, I should say. They don't look like they're really grown yet, but the plants are certainly getting tall. Brings to mind, a question, and I've asked it myself, and the answer was no, because of the corn. And that was, would it be worth going to the airport in these warmer months? And at first maybe it might be, you might see something, but you may recall that around the airport where we were going over the winter, the Finger Lakes Regional Airport, there are cornfields, and if the corn is growing high there, that's not going to, at least for our purposes, it may draw birds, but they're not going to be within our view most of the time. if it draws any at all. And you know, even if there were a tree in the middle of the cornfield, once the corn grows, I just don't see even like a red-tailed hawk wanting to go there if the corn is high. You know, that usually it seems like a hawk will be, you know, overlooking shorter grasses or where it can see to the ground, where you know, a rodent might be. Anyway, we're on the road, so let's see what we can see while we're here. We may hear some things on the way in, which won't be so bad. And again, it might be, you know, middle of the day, although it's almost 3 o'clock. Quiet time, I don't know. Quiet so far. And there's someone behind me, I'll let them go. Gives us a chance to listen more carefully anyway. Very quiet. Now, we've been here during some warm weather before, and we've heard more singing than this. See, this is just like I've said, you know, as the season progresses, things do change. Hearing something. But I'm not hearing wood thrushes or veeries or anything like that. Now, they still do sing, I believe. I mean, I heard one last night. One or two. Vireo and a catbird. The Vireo might, I think it's red-eyed, but I'm not sure. And I'm also hearing a chipmunk, by the way. Is that a yellow warbler? Or is that a... Oh, that actually might be an American I'm sorry, American redstart. I would have a hard time distinguishing between their vocalizations for some reason. Things look dry. There's some water here to our right, but things look dry. Just heard a song sparrow, and I believe I just heard a common yellowthroat. Haven't been hearing as many of those lately. You know, I'm hearing an American crow. I mean, for a while we were hearing them all the time, and it seems like they go through. I mean, since I've really been noticing them the last 2 or 3 years, they go through a period where they're really singing a lot, and then after that, that's it. I mean, hardly any singing until the following year. You may recall, for a while this was all dry and scruffy looking. Now it's green, but you know, it doesn't look like there's a lot of water there, open water for us to see, but at least the other, you know, greenery has grown through. I mean, there's still some, you know, brownish material, obviously, but looks like the, you know, weeds or grasses or whatever have grown through. So this may be our last time coming up here for a while. It doesn't mean that I believe, oh, you would never see, you know, any other birds here, and I have to imagine there are some, and there may be water way out there, and there's a little bit of water here nearby, but you know, maybe not enough to make it worth our while to come here. Although I see an osprey, I believe. Maybe we'll get another look. And it looks like there may be some birds well out there. This is through the windshield, you know, way out here. Not sure what they are yet. And maybe we'll get a chance to see them. But things are, you know, largely dried up, or at least, if not dry, they're at least covered with vegetation, so we can't see open water. Oh, it took off. I hope it wasn't because of me. Hey. There's some more water here, but not, not a lot. Things have largely dried up. This guy's gonna hear it from me, I'll tell you. Dogs that cute are not allowed in public,
I know. I got this training collar on him. I'm trying to... Look. Trying to get him. He did good. He came to me when I want him to...
He knows what he's doing. Yeah. I think he's training you.
Yeah, well, they usually do.
But like any hope of seeing like waterfowl or, I see some gulls, but I don't see, there might be some, maybe a heron or two, I'm guessing. I see something, oh, and an eagle nearby, let's see. Shoot. This is through the windshield, so it's not the clearest. I hear a killdeer. Red-winged blackbird just heard. Right over me. Always nice to see a bald eagle, and that was a young one, if you didn't know. And what am I seeing in the air? Maybe another eagle? Looks like it. Alright, we're going to continue on and turn around. Maybe we'll get a better look at some of them. Number of Canada geese I see also. So there is some water on this end, not a lot, but there's some, and might be the kind of water that draws some birds, keeps the eagles here maybe. And hard time turning around just because of this vehicle ahead of us. This gentleman here is not in a good location for us. There's an osprey in the air.
Seen 4 so far.
4 eagles or ospreys?
4 eagles.
They are just amazing.
Kind of scavenging. That fish looks pretty rough.
It might be, but you know, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Caught that as if it was like me going to my refrigerator at home.
You ever heard of Conowingo Dam?
No.
It's in Maryland. First year I was down there, they had 300 bald eagles down there.
Wow.
Last year and the year before was about 160 maybe.
Still, that's quite a few.
Yeah, the dam opens up, the fish come through disoriented, and then it's just a free-for-all.
Probably gets to be almost too easy, and you know.
Yeah. Well, the battle happens, and that's where it's really bad.
Sure.
You got
Where is it again?
Conowingo Dam. It's in Maryland. As soon as you cross the border.
Okay.
About 20 miles in.
Never been there, but maybe someday.
I heard there were 9 eagles here this morning, 2 adults.
Wouldn't surprise me. There's a nest over there somewhere also.
Yeah, it's just in that tree line, right about in the heart of the
I have to imagine they've left the nest by now.
Yep.
Good luck to you. What was that? Ran over something. Okay. Oh, there's a couple of greater yellowlegs. Didn't see them before. Didn't see them with the naked eye, but they're there. And they kind of, you know, believe it or not, they're grayish, and that brownish background kind of hides them a bit. As I said, we have some Canada geese here. We may try to look at that one bald eagle we just saw on the ground in a moment. And is that a great blue heron? Where'd it go? Yes. There's a killdeer there behind it. Let's take a look at that eagle with the other camera. Give me a moment. I'm not sure who that is behind it. Starling, maybe? Immature? Greater yellow legs, certainly. Hey. Somehow looks like an immature starling, but it's so light. I'm able to see. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. There's a killed. Is that a killdeer there? Probably. Oops, sorry. So at least we get to see it. Where'd it go? Its relative size. I think it's. Well, it's killed. Have I lost it? I may have lost it. It's killdeer. Okay, let's go back to the eagle. It's not. Who just flew by? Okay, the eagle looks like it's moving around a little bit. Or at least maybe considering flying. You won't have long before this camera overheats again, but... Geese have been moving a little bit. They're in the water and they're a little closer to us again than they had been. We're going to move along pretty soon, I think, but this has been actually a little more interesting than I thought it would be. I don't know what that bird was. I think that other small bird, I think it had, maybe it was a starling, I don't know. Killdeer. And who is that? That's not a killdeer. Hold on, let me see if I can get a better look. I don't know if that's a least sandpiper or not. You can see how much smaller it is than a killdeer, which is not a huge bird. Oh, geez, we've had a decent variety here. That looks like a spotted sandpiper. Is it? And killdeer, spotted. Is that a spotted sandpiper or not? I think it might be. Hold still. Just by the way it was walking, I may be wrong about that. I'm not sure about that one, but so we're actually seeing a variety of shorebirds, maybe more than I would have expected. And who do we have in the air? Hold on one second. Eagle, I think. And speaking of eagles, is that one still on the ground? I don't know. I don't see it with the naked eye. Looking with binoculars now, I don't see it. And this is the first time I've looked around with binoculars, and I see more great blue herons in the distance, and also I believe a great egret or two. So, here's one of them. Looks like a heron there. Another great egret there. Did I just hear it? I heard something. It almost sounded like great crested flycatcher, but would it be here? What is that? It looks like great blue heron, but somehow, maybe it's a vegetation hiding it. I don't think that could be a, no, I don't think so. Oh, you know, I don't know. Okay, definitely great blue heron now. Okay, and there's, you know, there was another one there and another one there, so they're around. Okay, let me have a look with binoculars, and then I think we're going to move on, unless I see something. And there are several great blue herons. I mean, they're I think I see at least 28 in my view right now. Let's move on though. Probably should maybe sit and look for more shorebirds, but anyway, just heard a song sparrow, and I'm not sure what else I heard. And these, I'm guessing these are least sandpipers. They're so small. So I mean, you know, there's definitely more here than meets the eye. I mean, there's a closer look is definitely in order to see everything that's here. Looking out, I mean, it's like, okay, there's really nothing here, but a closer look reveals quite a bit. Is that same bird again? Yeah, look, maybe not the same one, but at least one similar. Where'd it go? I don't know. Alright, we're gonna, I think, get moving. Looking out as far as I can see with binoculars, I don't see any sandhill cranes, for instance. And I don't know if they're still around here, or, I mean, they might be, they might not be. And there's the other issue of just maybe they're there, but we can't see them because of the grasses. Alright, let's keep moving, because it's almost 20 minutes to 4. Like it or not, the days are getting shorter, and it's kind of noticeable. Hold on one second. Are they starlings? Probably. Yes. Yes, I think we were seeing a starling before. Let me show you, because I think there's some young starlings in here if I can find one. Like that. Looks very similar. See the lighter color? Okay, we're in the way. Hold on.
Any luck?
Well, there are eagles around, ospreys, great blue herons, great egrets, various shorebirds, so there's some.
Can't beat it.
No, can't beat it, is right.
Hell out of that house.
That's true.
It's a nice hookup you got.
It works for me. Take care. There's another eagle on the ground. Or the same eagle, I'm not sure. Oh, just saw flying by. Looked like a Caspian tern. Okay, good. And I just heard a common yellowthroat. And I see on the road ahead of us there are numerous killdeer, 3 of them at least. There's a third, but it's in a more difficult spot for me to record it. Okay, and all 3 just flew away. Alright, I think we're going to switch cameras and make our way back. Let's do that. Give me a moment. killdeer on the road again. And another one to my left, I believe, vocalizing. This is all through the windshield. So at least 5 on the road here. If I can move maybe and get them. And another, there are more behind me. Holy cow. Holy cow, hold on. Several more behind me, I think. I can't really see them well because of just the way things work. Let me see if I can turn around, or turn so I can see them better. They're all taking off, I think. Shoot, the mirror's in the way. I think they're young. Yeah, these look like they're not quite full size. Hold on. There's an osprey flying by also. Too many wires, too much stuff going on here. That's the most killdeer I've ever seen at once. Hold on, we gotta turn around for that. Come on, come on, come on. I hope they stay there. I've never seen that many at one time. Just heard a downy woodpecker. And who's that? I could switch to the other camera, but this is better. If you didn't know, those are starlings. This is not the most comfortable setup here. So we have starlings and killdeer that we're looking at now. Fewer killdeer now than there were before. And there are more behind me. So a lot of killdeer around and vocalizing, and they're certainly vocal. Actually, if you look at their Latin name, it's one of the reasons why they have it, as I recall. Okay, now lots of starlings. Neat, huh? Okay, let's get going here, and I think we may see more of the same over there, but in the tight confines of the car, I can't show it to you. And the starlings just all took off, and now they're swinging around and coming right back. And maybe my motion with the car is disturbing things a bit too. I don't want to bother the killdeer too much, but I thought that was kind of interesting. One of the best things we've seen all day. But it's almost 4 o'clock, so we're going to get moving. So on one of these, this is something I've never seen here before, on the top of one of these telephone poles, or whatever they are, there's a great blue heron. I don't know if you can see it or not. And on other poles there are crows. But we're just going to move right along. We need to get back. great blue heron just took off. Maybe because of us, I don't know. Maybe not. I think it's because of the great egret I just saw land in a in a channel. I had seen it. Okay, fine. And the great blue heron is kind of chasing after the great egret. Oh, come on, come on. Stupid camera strap. Now it's not doing it. We're missing it now. So it's over. Anyway, the this great egret was being chased by a great blue heron, the one that was on the telephone pole. Okay, never mind. It didn't help that the camera strap got caught on my stuff here in the car, and I couldn't pull the camera away. Happens very often. Oh, what did I see? Just saw a green heron. I still see it in flight right now. Flying away from us. And we might be able to get another look at it, but it's not close, so we're going to keep going. Hearing a cardinal chipmunk. Maybe two. Just flew across the road, or over the road ahead of us. I saw it, but I don't know what it was. chip notes. I think I just heard a robin. I think that was the first robin we've seen or heard today, or at least the one that I've noticed, here on the tour. Anyway, I guess, I am glad that we came out here. Kind of interesting. Saw more than I thought we might see. That's why we were here. If I knew ahead of time, I wouldn't bother. Saw a mourning dove. Just goes to show you, you need patience sometimes, and I'm not saying I always have patience, but, sometimes you can go to an area and you take a quick look and there's not much going on, and then a little bit of time and maybe a little bit of closer looking with whatever you've got, whether it's binoculars or even just your own eyes. Might see a little more than you would have expected. I believe we just heard a house sparrow. Okay. Supposedly 84 degrees. Just after 4 o'clock. you know, what we saw back there has me wondering, did I look as carefully as I could have on Wildlife Drive? You know, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. This is to contend with. And, you know, I would say the water was deeper in the, you know, the main pool there. And, you know, that deeper water is less likely to draw shorebirds. And who knows, I could, you know, maybe later on today I'll see an eBird alert for Wildlife Drive and some rare species was seen there. I don't know. It's always possible. I have to figure out, but right now this is working, so this is what we'll use. I don't think we're going to be up here I mean, unless we see something really, really interesting or whatever, I don't believe we're going to be up here that much longer today. So we're on the East Road right now. Heard. Seeing some tree swallows. To our left, we've got, I don't know if you can see.